So big news yesterday when the Royals announced that they need some time. Their deadline, their self-imposed deadline, by the way, of announcing their future plans by the end of this month is not going to happen in a statement that they put out yesterday, late morning, early afternoon. So from the Clay County perspective, what does that mean? Commissioner Jerry Nolte joins us on KCMO Talk Radio. Jerry, thanks for coming on. Always appreciate the time. So you heard this yesterday, and your reaction was what?
Hey, Pete. Thanks for having me on. My reaction is that we need to make sure that we do this correctly. As you say, it was a deadline that was. I didn't take it as a hard deadline. I took it more as a goal. So if we need to take a little more time to do the due diligence on this thing, I am more than happy to. This is far too important a decision to rush.
Okay, so what does that mean from the perspective of your planning purposes, if anything? I mean, have they given you any more clarity on what they're looking for out of the county and what that timeline might be if they were to come up north?
Yeah, those are still ongoing as far as our discussions with them, and so far they've been forthcoming with information for us to be able to make this negotiation happen. As with anything, when you get information, it spurs additional questions and a different request for information. So I think our continuing the discussion is just the practical thing to do. While it's good to have a deadline and a goal, you shouldn't allow that to impede the process of coming up with the best possible deal.
But do you feel like, the Royals are being fully transparent with you on what the ask is and what they need to make a move like this happen?
The thing is, it's not a matter of we don't have to know everything that the Royals have in mind. What we need to know is what the information there would be that would actually affect how this would impact Clay County citizens. Mm-hmm. So that's really what we're looking at is information on the financial impact, economic impact on the area, that sort of thing. And I think that like I say, they've been giving us information, but when you get one piece of information, it provokes a different question, and then you get another answer. So I think it's just a matter of us going through this thing and making sure that we get our answers and that everybody feels fully informed. So, it just takes a little bit longer than I think was originally estimated.
Have they given you anything when it comes to economic impact for Clay County if they were to move up there?
Yeah, we have gotten some information. Always need more because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is what is best for the citizens of Clay County. And while it would be great to have the Royal Stadium up here, the bottom line is this good for Clay County and is it good for our citizens? So that when, assuming that we put something on the ballot, assuming we are chosen, we want to make sure that whatever we present to the taxpayers is the best possible decision for them to decide upon.
To put something on the ballot in April of 24, which is what the Royals mentioned, is your deadline middle of January?
Yeah, I don't know the exact date, but yeah, there's a date when the ballot has to be set, obviously, to get them printed and all that. But there's also, we're also looking at the time leading up to it so that there can be sufficient discussion and presentation of facts about what's being put on the ballot. So while that deadline is obviously a hard deadline with the election board, we would like to see as much time as possible to make sure voters are as fully informed as they can possibly be.
Okay, and then you and we haven't spoken in a while, so when it comes to the the rumors out there about what the ask would be from the taxpayer, that is not something that you have clarity on yet as a county commission?
It's something we're still discussing. So until we've kind of come up with until we've mutually come up with an agreed parameters on that, I don't really, I don't want to negotiate it in the public right now. This is appropriately being done as we go back and forth, and then when we reach some kind of an understanding, then it's appropriate for us to go public with it.
Jerry Nolte, the Clay County presiding commissioner, is joining us on KCMO. So what's next from the county perspective? Are you just in this waiting game? Do you guys have meetings with the team planned here in the near future?
Yeah, we talked with people from the Royals actually last night. So yes, we do. We are ongoing with our discussions. It's just like there's no reason to be, in an undue haste on this thing. We do want to make sure that we go through it, and we are totally, as much as you can be, up to speed and understanding what's being presented to us.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I've heard was that they say, well, does this mean that you guys are just being used as a stalking horse? And I would say no. I would say that this delay actually, I think, is a good sign for Clay County, because going into this, it was almost a foregone conclusion in some people's minds that it would be going into Kansas City. I think this extra time that's being taken demonstrates just how seriously Clay County is being taken, and how attractive our location is to the Royals. So I think this is an indication that the Royals indeed are not using us, but they are dealing in good faith. And I certainly, from that point of view, I'm certainly glad to look at it in that light.
All right, there you go. Clay County Presiding Commissioner Jerry Nolte on KCMO. Good stuff. We appreciate you, Jerry. Have a great day. We'll be following.
Anytime, just give me a shout.
All right. Clay County Presiding Commissioner Jerry Nolte on KCMO.